Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I, Miss Anmol Ahuja, would like to welcome you on day 4 of our 1 week online national level faculty development program for law teachers on use of AI in teaching and research on behalf of HSMC Board's Nari Gursahani Law College, Ulhasnagar and Law Teachers India. To shed light on today's topic, that is citation and referencing using AI, we have Akanksha Prakash, Miss Akanksha Prakash, advocate and legal consultant, AI ethics and policy. Ma'am, a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you,
Akanksha Prakash, ma'am, is an independent legal researcher and consultant whose
हाँ
work examines, sorry,
कौन सी कहाँ से बोलेगा 1800 करा देखो
I would start again. Akanksha, ma'am, is an independent
One second, one second. Sorry. Please start again. I am muted also.
okay.
Now you can
No
start.
issues.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. So we can restart the recording or we can continue.
No, we can continue. Please continue.
Okay. Ma'am, welcome, ma'am. Miss Akanksha is an independent legal researcher and consultant whose work examines data protection, cybersecurity, and AI governance with focus on Indian regulatory landscape. She holds an LLM from Tata Institute of Social Science, Mumbai, and has recently completed the Executive Development Program on AI and data privacy law, policy, and practice at Dhirubhai Ambani University. Her research interest includes how governance mechanisms impact risk assessment, transparency norms, accountability structure, and institutional oversight, shape legitimacy of AI-enabled decision making. Her current scholarly focus spans privacy by design, responsible AI principle, and the legal architecture of trust in high stake environments such as court, justice processes, public system, and education. She contributes through academic writing, curriculum development, and practitioner oriented framework that translate legal and ethical principle into operational guidance. She is currently doing academic collaboration, speaking engagements, and interdisciplinary projects on DPTP implementation and AI governance. We warmly welcome you, ma'am. Thank you so much. The floor is yours. Please address the gathering. Thank you. Ma'am, you're on mute.
So sorry.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Anmol ma'am and Kalpesh sir, and very warm welcome to all of you. Uh, so, we will just, I'm so sorry, I'm unable to just start my sharing. Yeah. So, this session will be a little fragmented. First, we'll do a little theory part on how citation, plagiarism, and originality of work is regarded in the legal community, especially while you're writing papers or you're guiding students on the same. And the second part will focus on actually doing the citations, and I'll give you a small demo also on one of the uh, generative AIs. So, what we understand right now from using AI in legal research is largely divided into a large section of Puritans in the industry and also in the academia feel that writing should be purely original and should primarily focus and should be based on physical sources of research, like we have been trained. Probably 10 years earlier, there were hardly any online resources. Manupatra, SEC were just being introduced. So the standard protocol of doing research was library research. And then if you went a little ahead, you did your newspaper and various other sorts of archival researches. For law students, there were more resources available like Constituent Assembly debates, law reporters, etc. But now the landscape has completely changed. We have on international basis, we have Westlaw and all sorts of plethora of organizations providing legal research support, Manupatra in India, SEC Online, and so on and so forth. Right from the advent of Manupatra-based research and Wikipedia in India, there was a conflict in the minds of teachers and legal scholars as to what limit of uh, electronic evidence can be cited as research during our writings. But in the past 2 years, this entire debate has been disrupted. And how? Because we have generative AI. And this has not only impacted how students are writing and teachers are assessing and teachers are further writing their own research, it has also reached the Supreme Court and the High Courts of the country. Lawyers are adopting it, some judges are also adapting it, and we really don't know in which direction we are headed. So, for me as a researcher, on the other side, also apart from academia, I see generative AI as a powerful tool and a research assistant instead of something which can guide you towards writing. The idea and the originality has to come from the scholar itself. It has to be based on the physical evidence which is produced to us in the same form as ever. So I've created a small precision protocol to help us understand, help ourselves in our research, and further guide students in correct approach of using AI in our legal writings, because we have come to a stage where we cannot say that we will not accept AI because students are way smarter. They are anyhow going to get AI in your classrooms. We have to accept it and we have to regulate it. That is our position. So we start here. 2026 Guide to AI Citation in Legal Scholarships Transparency is the new accuracy. Legal academic community just made it. So, the 2026 mindset, from plagiarism detection to ensuring integrity. AI is no longer treated as a cheat code, but as a sophisticated digital paralegal to help you in your writings. The golden rule: you are the guarantor of every word and citation in your work. If the AI hallucinates a case and you publish it, the professional and academic consequence will rest solely on you. It will not rest on the tool. You cannot go back to the courts or your publishers or your teachers and say that AI did it, so I copied. No. The responsibility will lie with you, and it is completely up to you how you represent it. So, key implications are: it is a shift from detection to proactive integrity assurance. AI should be looked upon as a collaborative partner, it should not be a shortcut. You need to have enhanced verification protocols. And on the academic side, as your responsibility, you need to have final accountability, which remains with the human author. Citation verifications becomes critical skill. New ethical frameworks are emerging. Every day you will see that some governing body, for example, BCI will come up with some regulations, UGC will come up with some regulations. Your authorities which give you citation styles, example, Blue Book, Oxford, ILI, they will also come up with new regulations. UNESCO has come up with the regulation, and the International Court of Justice has come up with regulations on how AI shall be used in justice delivery mechanisms and legal writings also. So the gold standard which we study, the Blue Book, has a 18.3. Section 18 of Blue Book currently refers to electronic citations, and 18.3 specifically refers to citations using AI, generative AI. So essential elements of this are prompt author shall be mentioned, model and version of the generative AI which you use. Say example, you're using Claude 8 or you're using ChatGPT version 2 or ChatGPT version 5. So specific AI engine which is used shall be mentioned. Exact prompt, the question you give or the direction you're giving to the generative AI shall be mentioned. Date of that usage shall be mentioned. Archive location shall also be mentioned. So the archive location is basically the point of contention because it gives a lot, it basically places a lot of responsibility on the author. You need to have the correct DOI. DOI is digital object identifier in terms of internet language. So you need to have the correct DOI with the URL place, and you need to have the physical file of that document also. So if I give a query to an AI, and AI takes me to a reference, and that reference is a PDF which is somewhere on the internet website, I need to have that URL and that DOI. DOI will contain the date of accessing the URL also. And that has to be copied and pasted with me on a file for verification whenever I am asked to do so. So the key takeaway for this is every footnote must include these 5 pillars for proper AI citation compliance. How it will look is this, like this, standard blue book footnote format for this Akanksha Prakash, my name, I'm the author. Name of my AI used, ChatGPT 4.0. This is the query which I have given. Analyze the impact of the Digital Personal Data Protection Act on AI training in India. And this is my DOI, January 14th, 2026. And then I place the details. I write that it is available on file with author. So I have copied that source also. So each element corresponds to the 5 pillars from previous slide: author, model name, title, date, and repository. And from here, I will take you to a small, so this is how it should exactly play out. I hope it is visible very clearly. So the Blue Book's new rule 18.3 on citing AI and the criticism. So some legal scholars have also criticized the system, and I will just share how. New Blue Book Rule 18.3 citing generative AI. 18.3 LLMs, that is large language model, example ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, etc. 18.3b is AI search. 18.3c is about AI content. What kind of content I use from AI? Citation requirements, as discussed earlier, author of prompt, model name, version, exact text of prompt, and where I am storing this detail. Now, the criticism and concern for the system is AI is kind of misrepresented as an authority, which it is not. It is merely a tool. Ethical risk and privilege waiver. So, it basically is putting people with privilege who have an internet connection, who have access to internet and these generative AI models, because most of them are paid. And then it also erodes the confidentiality of your work. And when you're writing, sometimes you need to be confidential, and that is basically absolutely eroded because whatever data you upload as prompts or your content on any LLM is sucked in by the LLM for its own training further. Then there is a technical burden of storing those PDFs. You have to save and host those files. So you need to have a separate annexures where you're uploading all this, say, on some kind of Google Drive, or maybe supply a pen drive as and when required, depending on how much data you have. So that is a problem. Then there is a practicality and context issue. How much data can you store and supply and say, I am the editor of the journal, or I am the journal, or I am your teacher, how much data am I supposed to access? And how trained should I be to be in a position to understand how much AI has been used, how much ethical work has been done using these generative AI mechanisms? So critics have a consensus. They are saying you can disclose, but you don't cite. And students would still say that AI has helped me find so and so. So there is, this is how it should play out basically. In the future, we'll see what is the situation. So coming back to this, this is how the formatting should look if we go by 18.3 Blue Book. In Indian context, UGC and NLU guidelines are in place. They say that 10% similarity threshold has been placed, which was also probably there earlier because we were using things like Turnitin to figure out what we were doing. Then there is an authorship prohibition on AI. Under no circumstance can AI tool be listed as an author or a co-author. Then there is a mandatory disclosure, even for the grammar help, disclose usage in acknowledgement sections. Okay. Disclosure templates. Template A for functional use. The author utilized insert say Grammarly only. And then there is a template B for substantive use. So initial literature mapping for section 2 was assisted by you insert the name of the AI, and all identified sources were subsequently manually verified by the author, primarily legal databases. So then we are allowed a primary search on legal databases, and then when we use AI for further search within those databases, it shall be considered substantive use. And there is a template C, student declaration, mandatory for assignment submissions. I declared that AI tools were used solely for proofreading. I have verified all case laws cited herein against SEC AIR reporters, complete transparency about AI tool usage, verification against official case law reporters, and personal accountability for all citations. This, I think, as teachers, you must all communicate with your students that this kind of mandatory disclosure definitely needs to be present, because usage of AI is kind of unavoidable now. As you can see on this page also, there is an AI assistant, and we have AI assistants embedded in most of the softwares, including Gmail. So this is a basic of retrieval augmented generation practice. It is called RAG, and this is how it should look to eliminate any kind of hallucinations. It is a verify and link workflow. You need to generate, ask the AI for potential cases or statutes with context. You need to follow the link. Professional 2026 tools like Bharat Law AI or Lexis AI provide direct links to Bear Act or Judgment PDF. So these Bear Act PDF will be the government website. And manual check. Open the PDF. Does it actually say what the AI claims or not? So once you have generated everything also, just do a manual cross check. And final submission checklist. You need to have the archive check. Do I have a timestamp PDF of every AI chat used or not? Citation check. Does every AI code follow the 5-element Blue Book rule 18.3, which we discussed initially? And a disclosure check. Is my AI use statement in the acknowledgement or not? And then the ultimate verification check. Have I manually read the original judgment for every case the AI suggested? Though sometimes it seems humanly impossible, but it has to be done as much as tedious it may sound, because AI hallucinations are very much a reality and you cannot disregard it. Future of legal scholarship is transparency, accountability, and integrity in the age of AI. This is first part of how we wanted to deal with this. And Balakrishna ji is asking, but Chat GPT won't provide the source of content. Of course it does. Let me show you how. I will show you. I will show you. Let's go to the second part. This we will discuss towards the end of class. So here we are. Citation and referencing in the age of AI. Now this is how it needs to be done. That was a preliminary introduction to what we are discussing. And now we will discuss how it is to be done effectively. Master citation management and authority verification in an era of AI generated content. So why we are discussing all this? AI tools are now writing 60 to 70% of student research. Fake citations have exploded. Journals have increased desk rejections, definitely. And retractions destroy academic careers, which is something which we cannot deny. It happens. And they're explosive when they happen to very old faculty members or popular faculty members or people who have been in the field for a very long time, especially when rejected by very big journals or scopus. And citation is now a survival skill, not a formality. As much as we would like to believe that writing is easier because of AI, I would say it is much more difficult because consider you are one of the best writers in the industry and your writing starts looking like AI to others who cannot compete with you. One. Second, others are using AI. They could be training their own models on your writing. And there is a system called small language model. Say if I have to write 10 papers or citation using AI, I will upload everything which exists on the internet in my chat GPT or my Gemini and then ask it to reproduce the writing in the same writing style as I have uploaded. So it starts resembling other people. So it would be disastrous in the case others start copying my writing style and then it becomes normal for the AI. Thus, my original writing starts representing AI written stuff. Because AI, as we all know, has definitely trained only on available data. There is no intelligence as such. It is only pure analysis of algorithm, of what data we have been uploading on the AIs. So, see, in old academia, how we used to write, if it was copy paste, if the problem was copy paste, now it is called hallucinated. Sorry, not called. The problem has changed into hallucinated authorities. If there was a plagiarism percentage, now there is a source integrity. If there was manual checking earlier, now there is AI-based screening also available. And previously, if there was a low penalty, now there is a lifetime ban and retraction. Why plagiarism? What plagiarism means in 2026? Prompt plagiarism, the unauthorized use and reuse of AI-generated content prompt as original work. Then a misattributed authority, false claims of academic credentials or institutional affiliations. Fake journals, predatory publications mimicking legitimate academic avenues. And broken DOI links, fabricated digital object identifiers masking non-existent sources. And fifth is AI-generated bibliographies, algorithmically created reference list containing phantom citations. Original writing is useless if authority mapping fails. So this is not something new. Of course it does. So Now, mandatory styles every scholar must know. Law Journal, Blue Book, Chicago, MLA, ILI, NLUD, Chicago, Zotero. So these are what we know. And we need to write in these styles. And certain books and certain journals ask for styles which are one of these. So we need to create a citation firewall system for ourselves. Okay. So protection system against retraction should be you do your comprehensive literature review to identify credible sources. Then you do an authority mapping, establish network of high impact references. Then you do a verification.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Akanksha, but I would appreciate if you can just explain these things rather than reading because many of the teachers may not be aware of what is being dealt with. So it would be appreciative if you can explain it a little bit, because these are very technical things. So, and also wherever possible, if you can demonstrate certain things, it would be
Ma'am, just
helpful
give
to
me 10
understand
minutes.
it.
I would like to run through this and then go back to it again as demonstration. Will that be all right?
Yeah, yeah, because these things which you are showing need to be understood. So
I
it's really
understand.
going fast. I feel so.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
thank
cover
you.
this preliminary and then we'll go back to demonstration, ma'am. Just give me 10 minutes.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you. I understand. Actually, it's a very large topic to be dealt with in under 1 hour. So I'm trying my best. Thank you. Yeah, so we need to create a citation firewall system for ourselves where we do the research, authority mapping, verification. Then we do the citation building, and then we need to have a protection against plagiarism and retraction risk. Then this is a AI safe research pipeline. You do a search, verify, cite, and then shield. So these are different online tools. To do a basic research, you have a Google Scholar, SCC, Hain Online, Westlaw, Manipatra, everything. Then to verify, you have something called a DOI.org, a digital object identifier, and then you have a cross-referencer. For citation, organization and writing, you have Zotero. You can also use ChatGPT. And your shield will be ultimately correcting your grammar, checking your plagiarism on Turnitin and Grammarly. I think at this point we will start the demonstration because it becomes, yes, it is becoming a little more technical. So this is Chat GPT, and here you can see on my word screen, there is this small G. So that G is for Grammarly, which I'm using. It is a free version. And this is Chat GPT 5.2, which is a paid version for me. It's coming back to it. Anmol ma'am and Dr. Kalpesh sir, can you unmute everyone? I would like to take instant feedback, if that is okay.
Yes, yes. Participant, now you can unmute yourself and ask any question you want to ask.
Yes, yes. We'll do it on a collaborative manner so that we don't waste time. And Dr. Dabral's this thing suggestion is welcome. Thank you, ma'am. So, is
Thank you,
my screen
Akanksha.
visible? Thank you, ma'am. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, please suggest something. Just suggest any topic on which we can ask ChatGPT to write something. Please suggest a topic.
Anything on copyright?
Copyright. Okay. See, so it already knows my name because I have logged in. It is a paid version. This is a very publisher. So here is a ready to submit short paper, law journal style, 1500 words. This is what it does. Basically, it gives you prompts on its own of things you don't even ask it for. But it has probably learned my need of writing from mostly researching for writing on books, journals, and asking it to summarize for me papers which I upload. See, it has already taken my name, qualification, and my position here. And it has also put it in some kind of a format. So it has given me an abstract. It has given me keywords. Songs represent one of the most commercial something on Copyright Amendment Act 12. It has given an introduction. It has given me framework of sections, but it has not given me any citations. Now I'm going to ask, please give me a list of references and books as well as a list of barracks and judgments from India. It is also suggesting, and now it is searching the web. See, this is a real-time usage, so you will also understand how much time it takes. Hardly a minute under it. So this is how it is provided. Now this is not in any form of citation manuals which we have. Now it is saying I can convert this into blue book style bibliography. And these are the barracks. And these are the judgments. So, and it is going on with Supreme Court judgment, High Court judgments. What we'll do now is, please provide correct, verifiable, and openable links to references and resources with correct DOI, which I can trace, verify, validate. So this part which I have provided here, this is called a prompt. My communication with ChatGPT, whatever I'm asking it to do in that small window is the prompt. My name, I am the author. The content which it is providing is the body, Yeah. So our query was, please provide correct, verifiable, and openable links to references and resources with correct DOI, which I can trace, verify, and download. Statute, Bare Acts. Yes, see, this is blue. Am I audible? Can you please say a yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Fine. So now this link becomes blue. And this was not blue or openable previously. So a generative AI definitely just assume it to be your paralegal, your help, or your intern. It does as you guide. We asked for a openable link. So now this, when I click here, I come to indiacode.nic. Fine. Thus, from this point, if I copy this link and add as a correct DOI, it will work under 18.3 Blue Book system. This is also an openable link. I can open, verify. I can copy the same link and paste in my Word file or PDF or whatever document I am submitting. But the requirement further is that I save this file also and then provide it along with my original submissions for anyone to verify, so that it can be corroborated that on said date, when I opened it and I accessed it, it remains in the same state and there has not been any change before or after.
Madam, I have a small doubt.
Not to my content. The law can change, my content should not change. Yes, please.
Madam, actually, in the address bar, at the end, it shows that UTM source equal to chatgpt.com. So when we copy this link, these words will come there. So is it okay?
So that is why it is used like that, because 18.3 Blue Book has told
Yeah.
that if you are using generative AI, please put the same link
Okay, madam.
and take ownership that you have used.
Okay.
So I do a Google search and go to India code, or I do a generative AI search from ChatGPT, or I use any other source to get to the same page, it will not matter. What matters is that there is a mandatory disclosure on my part that I have taken help. That's all. The transparency which authorities and journals want now, and we as teachers of law would also need from students, is that there should be transparency on using electronic forms of research. Because if we start prohibiting it, there will be a lot of cheating on the students' part. So it is like various other things. We need to regularize it. Yeah. How simple. But that word chat GPT can be removed. Yes, you can do anything you want. I'm just telling you the correct way to do it. If you can find a way out and do it better than the students, why not? Please. We'll get back to this. So this is how we can trace and ask ChatGPT itself to provide us correct links. So these are judgments. So this is the way to eliminate hallucinations and judgments. If you remember a few months back, some 4 months back, Kerala High Court rounded up a few advocates because they had given hallucinated case laws, which did not exist at all. That was happening because they were doing random drafting and random research on AIs. You need to use AI with a lot of discretion and judiciousness. So even, see, WIPO website is displayed here. I open and it should come to a point where it is valid. Like this. So the judgment on WIPO website is displayed to me. And when I copy this link and show that I have used ChatGPT to come to this point, it is fine. It is acceptable. Otherwise, you can do the same and use it from Google itself. But even when you do a Google search and show, technically you need to provide the correct DOI and date of the page access, like we used to do some 10 years back. Now with AI, it is all the more required that you use the name of the engine also, like the AI engine also, not only the search engine. We used to write references, WikiLeaks, Google. Now you need to write WikiLeaks, Google, ChatGPT, Gemini, so on and so forth. And these are the judgments. So Indian Kanun, again highlighted, we can open directly. And then when I use this link, again, it is very clear what I have used. Secondary sources and legal analysis. These are spicy IP website. This is blog. This is also.
Yeah,
Yes,
madam,
please.
there is one more question.
Yes, please.
Like somebody has registered for PhD with 2022 regulation. Okay.
So,
But now these citation rules have come in 2026. This is the recent rule, isn't it? So for the thesis the student is making, has he have to follow this, or earlier by the time 2022 whatever regulation was there he has to follow?
sir,
So
to the best of my knowledge, right now, UGC is not allowing use of generative AI in thesis submissions.
yes.
UGC is not.
But madam, students are using.
Yes.
So can they refer in this way, like with the search engine and all that, or they have not to use this?
Sir, in my PPT and for the purpose of developing that, when I went through the UGC rules for PhD,
Yes.
specifically it is not allowed for PhD, but a
Okay.
lot of journals are allowing. And even NLUD has come up with a National Law School, University Delhi, they have come up with a document. So they are allowing in terms of their journals and other submissions, and for the
Yes.
students' internal assignment submissions, they are allowing other blogs, websites, they are allowed, but with correct
Okay.
citation and referencing. For PhD, sir, as it stands, I don't think so, but we never know. It might change.
Yes, madam. Thank you, madam.
Ma'am, adding on to the sir's question, there are also debates going on that you can use AI as an author also. So you
So that
use
is a
AI
debate,
itself.
but right now it is not allowed.
Then that's that. You said of the future developments that could also happen. Invariably, we are
Absolutely.
using AI for some search and all, but we of course do the plagiarism check and submit all the reports. There also they say that you can add AI as an author and you can process, but as you said, it's still a debatable one only.
Sir,
Yeah,
you are saying that there is a debate on using it as an author.
no. See, there were some talks going on. Why can't you use AI as an author? You declare AI as an author. You are first author, and it's a second author. Something they were all discussing. I heard it saying in a forum also. But still, for a PhD thesis, they are not allowing. As you said, it's correct only. So I heard people saying that you can openly declare it as one of the author. That was also there.
But I think that is as much a debate as much as
Yeah,
a
debate.
juristic person
The
and legal
future developments,
person.
I said. Future,
Yes,
this might happen, as you said. I'm
absolutely.
complimenting that.
We never know, but it is as much
Yeah.
a person as a juristic person in law.
Yes. That's
That
correct.
is the
Yeah.
position.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, good evening. I just have a small doubt. These kind of articles, are there any journal publishers who will take such things to publish? When
Yes,
when you are generating a paper with the help of the AI, are they eligible to be printed as research papers? Like here, there's nothing, no intellectual contribution by the person who's submitting that paper. So I'm a bit confused about this because it's just technically you are just putting some prompts and you are generating some information and we're just cross-checking whether it is taking from the reliable sources or not. But as such, except giving the prompts, There's no intellectual contribution.
So, when there is a clash of ideas about authorship and ownership of content, one might just say that, yeah, giving the prompt to the AI was also my original idea. So, how can you say I didn't have any originality in my work?
No, ma'am, if I say generate a paper on AI, I mean copyright just now you've written. So it picked up some random topic on songs, etc. in protecting copyrights in songs. So with except that prompt, our intellectual contribution is nil. So in such cases, are we encouraging any intellectual growth and kind of thought process which is going into, or just we are becoming a kind of a prompters, giving the prompt to the machine and machine is publishing, and that we are publishing in some journals, etc. So there's nothing as such. I
That is
feel
what
that
is happening.
there's no intellectual contribution. I may be wrong, but I
You're
just
absolutely correct, ma'am. That
because
is the
see,
divide
ma'am,
going on.
earlier to this generative AI and all, we used to spend months together to write papers and take months together, years together to publish. But now sitting and just giving a prompt in your 1 hour session itself, you have generated a paper of 1500 and you're cross checking the references and everything is done. So I mean I'm less clueless, like what kind of intellectual creation we are.
Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes.
For this question, my suggestion is that for publishing article and papers, plagiarism is necessary, and if it is found that it is taken from AI, then under plagiarism it can be rejected. It's my suggestion.
No. See, there are two things. Plagiarism, turn it in if you put, and you're taking a paper through AI, turn it in plagiarism similarity, it is showing nil or 1 or 2%. And also there are instances where AI percentage is not shown appropriately when you're checking through an AI software. So I've been using this for students' assignments, etc. But I do not know how these journal publishers are looking at such kind of papers, which we are generating through this generative AI. So this is some kind. I was thinking it's only for
Excuse
assignments
me,
and
madam.
all. Yeah.
That is I authenticate. That is showing. In
Your
Yeah,
voice.
madam, one more thing is like in Turnitin, there are two checks. One is a
Yes.
similarity check and one is a AI check. Even though you take the content from any of the AI source, you paraphrase it, still you check, you will get 100% AI. So the AI report will show you that the content is 100% AI. So that is why what madam says is correct. Like two things we have. One is a similarity check and one is a AI check. Nowadays, some of the organizations, some of the journals, they are checking both the things. And once if it is found that 100% AI, obviously that will be not taken into consideration.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
May I continue? Yeah. So this is how. So then coming back to this, it is also telling you how to cite these in the correct blue book format. Fine. So it is also giving you tips on how to use. So it is discussing what are the possible. Can you tell me what is blue book 18.3? See what we were talking about. Blue Book Rule 18.3 governs how you cite internet sources in legal footnotes. This applies when you cite online articles, government website. So basically, every web link you put in the footnote must follow 18.3 rule. Author, title, website name, URL, and last visited date. And just for mandatory disclosure on my side, I didn't use ChatGPT to generate content today. I read the actual website. Okay. So, yeah. I was reading this before starting, and I have been reading this. This is the legalbluebook.com 18.123. That's how it is. And coming back to ChatGPT, do you want me to give you one more illustration or discussion on this? Dr. Sunita ma'am is saying
Yes, please.
at LLM level, we can use of AI is permissible for student dissertation. Okay, great, great, great. If it is, but you guys, I mean, we are as a community of teachers, we need to be a step ahead of the students. We need to understand how they are using AI, why they are using AI, and teach them how to use it ethically and responsibly. Can we, do we need to do one more demonstration on ChatGPT right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Is it okay if I ask a question?
Please, please, please.
Yeah. You have just stated that Blue Book does give this permission of AI citation. So any other than Blue Book does allow?
Yeah, we'll go back to my PPT and start again from where we
Uh,
digressed to the demonstration.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is the AI safe research pipeline. For search, we are using 2, 3, or multiple online tools, which are Google Scholar, SCC, Hain Online. To verify, we are using doi.org cross-referencer. For citations, we use Zotero plus ChatGPT, etc. And the shield, which we have to protect ourselves, to check the similarity, the plagiarism, and the grammar, Turnitin and Grammarly. So, what are the rejections? Okay. Of your writings in journals specifically? Fake case laws, using fabricated or unverified legal precedents that will immediately trigger editorial scrutiny, no pinpoint citations, wrong citations, inconsistent formatting, wrong styles, missing DOIs, hyperlink abuse, overusing live links instead of proper citation undermines academic rigor. This is the answer to someone who said we can put a Google link also. So don't do that. Don't use too much hyperlink. Provide proper citations in terms of DOI reference. Don't use the wrong style for whatever journal or requirement has been placed by universities. This PPT will be provided to you, so refer to it at length, please. Citation firewall checklist, Blue Book, Chicago, ILI, NLUD, UGC, Zotero, AI safety, whatever is your requirement. This is the Blue Book checklist, how Blue Book requires AI citations, case names, proper reporter, code, pinpoint, mandatory, no fake cases, and URLs. Then there is a Chicago system. It requires a correct system, full first note, shortened later citations. This is how. Okay, Chicago also needs a DOI. So you can include your AI stuff in DOI here. The ILI NLUD, Blue Book consistency, ensure all citations follow Blue Books. This refers to Blue Book. Blue Book 18.3 allows you to use AI citations. So in a way, it is allowed. They are also saying don't put excessive embedded links that disrupt your reading flow. And they need full author names, cite complete author names in all references and footnotes. We are rushing through this because it's almost 8. And UGC PhD checklist, they need DOI, they need Chicago style. They are not referring to Blue Book, so they are not allowing electronic generative AI content yet. Turnitin should be less than 15%. That means less than 15% similarity is allowed. And very clearly mentioned, no chat GPT as source, no AI generated content in referencing. Zotero checklist, correct style, verify metadata, merge duplicates, clean URLs and DOIs, and capitalization is fixed. This is how Zotero is going to help. Then this is the government report checklist. Now, this is very important. Just understand this. This is the AI safety firewall for you as well as your students. Just teach and communicate this to them as guides while assignment submissions. Verify every source manually. Critical first line defense against AI generated misinformation is this. No hallucinated journals. Reject all references to non-existent academic publications. No fake DOIs. Validate every digital object identifier through official registries. No missing pages. Full document verification required. Partial excerpts prohibited. Scholar SCC cross-check is mandatory. Dual verification system for all materials. And this you need to communicate clearly to your students. This was the live demo which we have already done. If you want, we can do one more demo. This is how I had planned. We'll convert an AI paragraph, verify it, build the citations to openable links, and then ask it to do a plagiarism check for unique paraphrasing. Legal and ethical risk of using AI generated content and paper writing. Wrong citation is equal to academic misconduct. It's completely unethical. Incorrect attribution constitutes serious scholarly violation with potential career-ending consequences. Retraction as professional penalty. Published work removal carries permanent stigma and institutional sanctions. DPDPA Act implications. Data privacy violations now trigger severe legal liabilities under new digital protection laws. AI liability in research. Unattended algorithmic outputs will create attribution crises and copyright explosion. Scholar survival toolkit. Citation firewall checklist. Ensure academic integrity with our comprehensive citation verification system. Prompts pack. Curated AI prompts to accelerate literature reviews and paper drafting. Zotero style of citation. Custom citation templates for 500 plus. Just refer to Zotero to understand what is required on your part. Similarity safe writing formula. Proven framework to maintain originality while citing sources. Journal submission audit sheet. Checklist covering all submission requirements for top tier journals. From my side, you're all certified to use AI as your writing assistant. So this is how it ends here. And a very small infographic I had made for us to just open that once and use it as a cross-reference here. The 2026 Legal Researchers AI Workflow from prompt to publication. First is your discovery phase, input and drafting. Prompt your LLMs, large language model, example Claude, ChatGPT, or any other AI. For summary, structure, and idea mapping. Do not put this thing. Raw AI output is not a source. Verify first. Then you need a verification filter. Does the AI constitute a unique source on an analysis or not? And then you need to have your correction phase, the precise phase, the attribution path. Functional use path. Use it for grammar correction, translation, basic summarizing, must include a general disclosure and acknowledgement, the UGC requirement and required basically by all. Example, the author used AI for grammar refinement, all legal interpretation is by the author. Then there is a substantive source path, quoting unique output image or analyzing hallucinations, applying Blue Book Rule 18.3, author model exact prompt. Example, then final output would be ethical, publication ready, transparency is the new accuracy, 2026 standard. I'm quite proud of it because I created all these myself by writing and then giving it to AI and then asking it to generate an infographic for me. So this is all original work my own copyright, and I'm providing it to all of you. So please use it freely and use it for yourself, your colleagues, and distribute it freely to your students, please. And now it is 8 o'clock. We are open to questions.
Ma'am, in your experience, did you find that there's a difference between the freely available AIs and paid AIs like
Yes,
ChatGPT?
there is.
The information and authentication and credibility and all, is it different?
It is, I would not say all these will be very different, just that the number of responses as answers which I get from those AI is different. They would
Paid one.
limit the number of responses. One, second, there would be a slower response rate.
Okay.
And third, the volume of work which it can handle. So these are primarily different. I don't think the quality of work would change.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much.
We can take one more question.
Yeah, I don't mind, please.
Okay. Deepak Parmar, sir.
See, my question is, which is the echo by one of the participants also. A lot of work will be created, but author of the work is not expert on a subject, but expert on a prompt engineering, I would say. That is a more of a concern, and my personal view is it should be restricted purely for a student assignment with another filter. See, what is done by AI is X, and what is your value add, or what is your topping on that pizza which is created by AI. So that would be the scoring should be based on what is the value add you have done apart from AI. And that is the way academicians look at the submission by the student, which is based on AI, and this is my contribution and my value add. AI gave me two dot, and I have created third dot out of it, or connection out of this two dot. So that would be the assessment where we need to look at. And I am strictly not comfortable, I would say. Maybe people are doing this clear cut diminishing the critical thinking of a person when somebody is doing a 6 months or a year for one good paper, and within a less than 20 minutes one can generate a paper. That's something which bigger debate where everybody needs to put in their brain and come out with a better solution. It's more of a comment.
Deepak sir, I'm sorry you were not very clear, but as much as I understand your question, you're talking about integrity of the students in submitting assignments using AI.
Then another part, in a nutshell, when students submit some assignment, then there would be very two clear parts should be there. One is this AI generated component, and these what value added have added apart from AI generated work. So that will help us assessing person to know what is the real contribution done by the student rather than everything is AI generated. I'm just done a prompt engineering part. So that should be more encouraging. What is plus, or like I am saying, what is AI generated is base pizza, and what are your topping in this pizza? What value you have added in that? That should be the assessment criteria. That's the second.
Yes. Very, very nice approach you have. So I think most of us can adopt that also. Clearly go and declare that you are welcome to tell us what you have taken from AI and what you could only come up with originally. So I'm going to grade you separately on both.
Yeah,
You
so
can,
let's say
that
I
is
mean
exactly what mandatory disclosure of three types. I spoke about three types of disclosures, A, B, and C. So I think that is how we need to look at it. As students, even as teachers, even for smaller assignments, you need to communicate to the students that listen, please write 2 lines if possible, or 4. And if you can write 6. And if you use AI, write 60. But tell me how much is original, so I would be in a better position to help you as a teacher. Because tomorrow when you become an advocate or a teacher or whatever, you need to have more critical thinking ability, your talking ability, your drafting ability, and AI is not coming to save you then. AI is not even coming to save you in your examinations when you're writing long answers and any other exam for MCQ also. So this has to be absolutely clearly communicated to the students. Use your AI as much as you want for whatever you want, but have more integrity as students because you are future professionals.
With due respect, nowadays concept of ethics, morality, everything is evaporated. Expecting honest feedback or disclosure from a student is very difficult. We need to have our own system of cross verifying whatever they're saying.
Sir,
Okay.
I would
I'm
still
more
be.
blunt and honest about this.
It's okay. I understand that the whole fraternity of teachers feels somewhat close to this, if not the same. Somewhere we are all affected and we get worried also about this status. But all is not lost. We can start at least from our own individual classrooms, and wherever we get an opportunity, we need to communicate it well to them.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Deepak sir. Again, morality is subjective.
Yes.
So, thank you so much, ma'am. It was a very nice session. So, if I have to summarize the whole session, ma'am has shed light on Blue Book citation, the citation guidelines given by Indian authorities such as UGC, the templates for disclosures, which can help us promote integrity, promote ethics amongst our students, the process checklist, demo on how ChatGPT can write small research paper and how we can use prompt engineering to get references from it and use the citation methods for those references, and how we need to understand that working of AI to guide our students for ethical use of artificial intelligence in our writing and their writing. And at the end, an AI workflow which can be a ready reckoner from prompt to publication. Thank you so much, ma'am. On behalf of HSNC Board's Nari Gursahani Law College and Law Teachers India, a warm gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Akanksha ma'am, for such a wonderful presentation, demonstration, and interactive session. A heartfelt appreciation and thanks to the participants for such an active participation and humble cooperation. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a really nice session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amol.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All of you are most welcome to contact in case of any clarification, further assistance, understanding more about AI governance or the DPDP Act or privacy and AI and privacy, how they are interlinked. We can ask Dr. Kalpesh to organize more sessions when required, and you're most welcome to contact in case of any requirement. Thank you.
Akanksha, ma'am, kindly share your email ID and contact number or LinkedIn profile.
I will just put it here in the chat, and
Yes, ma'am.
elsewhere it is always available with Dr. Kalpesh sir. Thank you so much. Anything else? Anything else I can help you with right now?
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a great session.
Thank you. Thank you. I tried my best. I made all these beautiful PPTs.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raj sir. We can stop the recording. And